Cybersecurity firm Netskope pricing its IPO at $19 a share. That's the upper end of the expected range. Company raised about $900 million, now valued at $7.3 billion. Netskope expected to begin trading today on the NASDAQ under the symbol NTSK. It's expected to be doing that.
You never know.
Joining us now, Sanjay Beri, who is a big deal because he took John Fort's seat from where he was sitting last time. Netskope co-founder and CEO, and our own John Fort, who moved over here.
That's right. Yeah. Good morning again, Joe. Sanjay, good to see you. It's a big day for a kid from Toronto who used to help his mom sell Avon door to door.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us why we need Netskope now, software that goes out, finds corporate data, secures it at a time when there's a lot of data and a lot of it needed to sort of feed AI.
Absolutely. There's more data in the past few years than the history of time, and everybody wants to leverage cloud and AI. What we let them do is we let them say yes. Yes, you can use ChatGPT. Yes, you can use Gemini. Yes, you can use 100,000 plus SaaS apps, and you can protect your data and protect yourself against threats while doing it. So we unleash that innovation for them.
Annual recurring revenue growing more than 30% year on year, and above $700 million. How are you measuring profitability and time to get there?
Yeah, absolutely. So this year, we'll turn free cash flow positive, right? We're one of the higher growth companies, over 30% ARR growth. You can see 30+% of the Fortune 100, 18% of the Fortune 2000. And so for us, that cash flow, we just about to put a lot of money in our bank too, and operating profit will follow.
What products or companies are your potential customers using now to do what, or something like what you do, if at all? How are they approaching it now, and what are you kind of displacing?
So in most boardrooms, a CEO turns to the CIO and says, hey, or this chief security officer and says, hey, can I use this AI application? And the answer is either yes or no. No, you can't use it because I'm worried about data theft, I'm worried about the regulatory environment. Yes? If they say yes, their data is going and they don't know where. Mm-hmm. What we do is we change that equation to say, hey, don't say yes or no. Say yes, and here's the guardrails, right? And so what they're doing today doesn't work, right? It doesn't work for a company because I can't say yes or no. They need to say yes, and here's the guardrails in which you can use generative AI, 100,000 plus SaaS apps, and beyond.
So what does that practically mean? Does it mean that the CEO then gets to upload spreadsheets to OpenAI because you're going to find them? Yeah. Or what are those guardrails that Netskope kind of employs?
So I'll give you a good example. You know, one of the most common things people do if you're an engineer is you go check my source code. And guess what? You submit it to a public generative AI application, your proprietary data. People say, reformat this healthcare data. So you don't want to let that happen, but you don't want to shut down their use of ChatGPT. And so you could say, look, you can do that if it's a corporate LLM. You can't do it if it's a public version of ChatGPT. And so what you do is you restrict their usage to where your data is not exposed, and that you still let them use it.
M&A makes sense for you after this?
So traditionally, we followed a programmatic M&A, small tuck-ins, right? Technology teams we don't acquire for ARR revenue. In the future, we could look at M&A for sure.
Your baby. We're going to thank you. I don't know about your spelling skills, but good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a K. That was intentional.
It's a K. Now, I got to tell you this.
Tell me why.
Tell what.
I love minutia.
In the early 90s, I did work on the first browser at Microsoft.
No way.
Yeah, I did. In the early 90s. First version.
You were 6?
What? I'm from Canada. My blood's frozen. So I did, but that is not why we named it this. It is, we're here to enable the great use of AI and cloud, and Netskope seems like a great name for that.
There you
go. What would you give what would make you thrilled for the opening? What do you like? Is it oversubscribed by how much?
It's 20 times plus oversubscribed. Some of the top longs in the world. It's my dream team of investors, to be blunt. But what makes me happy is I got about 100 people coming in for this, people whose lives will be changed, who've been with me for decades. We got thousands around the world, and then we got a lot of customers and prospects cheering for us. And so what makes me happy is I can wake up, put my head on the pillow at night and go, Wow.
Wait
that's
till
good
you
impact.
see your pictures from out there with the big NASDAQ, because you're going to do that.
Yeah,
too.
we'll
we did
do that.
We did that last week.
Yeah, we appreciate
Don't
that.
screw up the 9:30.
9:30, yeah.
9:30.
Don't forget.
9:30, not 9:31. Okay, not 9:29. Sanjay,
Oh,
thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.